I am.
Okay.
Now we are.
Okay,
Just
we are
like
now
that.
live.
Okay, yeah, we are
We
live.
weren't. So it's kind of funny. We weren't live, and then we were alive. It's like we were in this weird kind of undead state where you didn't know if we were
Yeah.
alive or dead.
Okay, okay.
Kind of, kind of like a vampire.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
All right. Welcome to 2TV Gaming, where two old friends decide to play video games. And I'm going to give a fun backstory. I got a kiddo who's like 6 years old, and earlier today he was playing like iPod or iPad with like kid across the way. So it's kind of amusing. I'm like, hey, you two, we're like, stop playing video games. I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm doing later. So cut it out. All right. So one of the things that I'm Dre Alvarez, found most places as Nerd Numbers. You are not Brian Foster, but I'm going to steal what I say from the Boxer Geek. So with me, as usually, is Landon Flambe, found most places as RixterGT. And we have been going over vintage Nintendo games, and we kind of fell into the Metroidvania loop. Playing, of course, first the Metroid games, which are awesome, and then foolishly deciding to fall into Castlevania. So the last 2 weeks, we did play through, I think, the first Castlevania game, and we are now on to Castlevania 2.
Yes.
You're in the back. Should I keep
Castlevania,
going?
the second one. Yeah, yeah, go ahead. I'm moving windows around,
Number
sorry.
2. Well, what's definitely interesting about this, because we've had lots of discussions about Metroidvania games, how we like different old games, how different old games have aged. I mean, as an example, like Metroid versus Super Metroid, where Super Metroid even now is a perfect game, which is high praise. It's ridiculous how well that game has aged.
hmm
Whereas Metroid is a game where you're like, this has some really cool things, but this game is really frustrating and annoying. And what's really funny is like I actually take a little bit of umbrage with the Simon's Quest, or yes, with the Simon's Quest aspect of Metroidvania, with the was that you or me? I take a little bit of umbrage with the Metroidvania aspect of Metroidvania. And I know you've said, like, you've seen in online forums, this is the discussion. Like, really, that Vania doesn't have any place in that,
So far, that has been
one
true,
could
yeah,
argue.
with the one Castlevania game we've played.
Well, yeah, because there is a variant of game known as Metroidvanias, and I'm gonna tell you a little secret about this game. On this game, this game has a timer, so I'm gonna press start. And what you will notice is that you have like you actually have 8 days. So there's 00 at the beginning and then an hour marker after. This one, the premise is really you are cursed by Dracula, and you have to find the 5 parts of Dracula to resurrect Dracula you killed in the first game, um, to remove the curse. It's just let's just
Okay.
go with it. It's old school Nintendo games.
Yeah.
Um, but so the game is timed, but the timer does not run inside of buildings. So actually, this game is one where you don't want to lollygag or dilly dally or
Mhm.
grind, which does matter because grinding, like this game has levels, which does make it like a Metroidvania to me. But the secret I'm doing right now is I'm just hanging out in a church with no time being counted against me.
Okay. That's good to know. Um, yeah, so already it's well, yeah, already it's quite a bit different than the first one. Yeah, so I guess I've not played this game yet. I've never played this game. So this is all new to me. I didn't have a chance to really like check it out before the stream. I did read through a little bit of the Wikipedia, and of course, just kind of looking at the game itself and like the box art. So yeah, it seems like it starts by like continuing the similar themes from the first game, right? Where, as we can see on the title screen that's scrolling on my side, it looks like film going by because they wanted you to feel like you're in a movie, an old school like monster movie, and so they kind of continue that here, and that's a pretty cool title screen really, and it has like 2 sentences of story here. Um, which
Okay,
scrolls
and
by.
would
It
you
comes
mind
by
would you mind
again.
would you mind if I read the instruction manual to you? It's unlike that was a funny part. So like with Metroid, when we went in there, we're like, let's read the instruction manual and backstory. And like for a Nintendo manual, they gave you a shocking amount of like backstory. They're like, you know, it was almost like a Star Wars crawl link. They're like, there's a galactic federation that's worried
Hmm.
about space pirates that have this, and you're gonna go do this. And I'm like, oh my god. And they're like, check appendices C to find out this.
Yeah,
And
right.
Castlevania 2 has half a page of text. So I'm gonna read this to you. And then we can even read the prologue that you're on. And as
Okay.
mentioned right now, I've started the game just because I don't want my screen to go dark, but I'm just in a church with no time passing. Okay. The second coming of Count Dracula. You're Simon Belmont, bravest of the brave, boldest of the bold, a Gothic warrior, respected by kings. You earned your praise not by crushing Viking invaders or Turkish hordes. That's interesting to say what you haven't done, but proceed. But by destroying the evil Count Dracula in a duel to the death at Castlevania. That is true, and I did die in that duel. So go check out the last episode of this where I beat it, and the frame rate on your thing is horrible. Hopefully, it's better this week. But your victory proved painful as the wounds inflicted during the duel slowly gnawed at your soul. One day, though, a beautiful maiden appeared. With a soft voice, she warned that you were possessed by the Count's curse. She said your only hope of destroying the curse and healing your scars was to find the five body parts. We're going to talk about that in a second, by the way,
Okay.
of Count Dracula and burn them in his castle, for ending forever the reign of the Prince of Darkness. Suddenly, like most beautiful visions, all right, she began to fade, and as you reached to touch her, she spoke her final words. Fear not, brave Simon, for if you have the courage to risk your life, you will find the strength to win again. Okay, that's what we're given in the what is said in the prologue, because you've got that up.
All right, let me let that scroll by, and it actually goes kind of fast, so I'm gonna pause it here when it's on here.
Are you able
So
to pause?
the yeah, just by clicking away, the emulator stops. All right, so the prologue
Oh,
is step into the shadows of the Hell House. You've arrived back here at Transylvania on business to
now you
destroy
got a business
forever
trip
the
in Transil.
to destroy forever the curse of the evil Count Dracula.
Wait, is that it?
That's the whole thing. That's the prologue. We're here
They
on
could have like
business, and this is a hell house, I guess.
I like it
Um,
better like I like it better if like this was like have you seen Lost,
uh,
the
three
show?
seasons.
Yeah, that's not bad. You got most of Locke's backstory then, right? Guy in a
If,
wheelchair.
yeah, I think so. I don't know. It's been
So
a long time.
but part of his backstory is like he basically kind of had an office job and got sent to a conference, and then he went to Australia for the conference, and he just blew off the conference and went to try and go on a walkabout, and they kicked him out, and then he had to go home, and then he was on the plane, and then the plane crashed. Now you know all of
Terrific.
Lost.
Okay.
That's all six seasons. Don't need to know anything else of that dude's
Okay. Well,
backstory.
that makes it easy.
But just the same idea. Like I like the idea of like Simon is actually like away on business, and then he randomly is just like, ah, a maiden told me I had to go fight Dracula. Like, did you network? Did you like meet with any of the people? Did you go to any of the things you were supposed
Yeah.
to do? Did you do
Like
your sales route? Did you actually sell any whips? And he's like, nah, a maiden told me I had to go fight Dracula.
you're seeing things again, Simon. Um. All right. Yeah. Before I get started, let me. I did go ahead and get the box art here, so I can bring those up. So that's what's
Box art's
showing.
pretty. Box art is pretty cool.
The box art's really cool. So the first Castlevania, which I kept up on the left, just so we can see it as well. Like that's a really cool box art. Like that's some of the best. And Simon's Quest, Castlevania 2, like that's also really cool, right? Like he's not quite Conan the Barbarian like he is in the first one, but he still has like that really cool whip, like that action shot, which looks really good. It's got Dracula in the castle in the background, and like it's really good. It's A plus box art again.
Yeah, well, number two, I mean, number one, he kind of looks like a He-Man figure fighting Dracula, which honestly I don't hate. That's a funny idea.
Sure. Especially
From
in the 80s,
from
right?
the
Like,
real, yeah. And I mean, even like at one point, he has like an axe that he like can pick up,
mhm,
so that's kind of funny. But in Castlevania 2, he kind of does look more spry and more like what we've associated with.
right.
All right. Any other comments before we get going?
Um, no, I don't. Oh, something interesting that I read on the wiki, and I literally just like skimmed through it before this stream, so I'm probably gonna not remember anything or say lots of wrong stuff. But they were the team was asked like when this came out, they said, "Hey, uh did Metroid influence this game, or did you get like inspired by Metroid?" And they said, "No, we were inspired by this other game that we at Konami made." And I don't remember the game off the top of my head, but I thought that was kind of interesting. So like already like comparisons to Metroid were being made in the Castlevania series, and they denied it, but
Well,
we shall
it's
see.
also weird because Zelda did a lot of similar stuff too, where I mean,
Hmm.
you could argue Zelda and Metroid had a lot in common with kind of the open world and the puzzle solving aspect, but then Zelda 2 introduced the side scrolling adventure that made it look a lot more, I mean, literally the side scrolling aspects of Castlevania 2 and Zelda 2. See, I saved myself there because I was clearly trying to say Zelda 2. They look almost identical. So
Hmm.
it is like you could easily see that all of these games kind of tried to steal, like it's really weird how these games were popular on their own from the start, and then how they all seem to kind of like certain ideas, and like the Metroidvania idea. I mean, I made that argument, and I think we've had this discussion and we can jump back into it, but like, is Zelda a Metroidvania?
Right. Um, and again, like I would say no, but Zelda 2 gets pretty close. Like
Why
it,
isn't Zelda 1 a Metroidvania though? Open world, different, you're not set to a specific order, different items unlock different things. There is a component of leveling up.
I
What
don't
what
I don't think Metroidvanias require like any kind of leveling up, for one thing. As far as like
I
experience
would
points and like the
I
RPG style, like you get different abilities and items and stuff, but that's different than like. And I say that because leveling up can typically be done by like
well,
grinding.
that's what I'm doing right now, in fact, because I'm trying to earn 50 hearts so that I
Yeah,
can buy a white crystal
and
and a holy water. I'm going to skip the $100 whip, that is, or 100 heart whip.
wow. I think a lot of it is just the way the game is actually played. Like Metroidvanias tend to be more platform as opposed to RPG just walking around.
All right, now this is an important discussion and highly pertinent to what we are doing tonight, and we'll get
Hmm.
back to that. But Zortank stepped on a landmine
Uh-oh.
that we are going to discuss ad nauseum. How about them Nuggets? The Nuggets are in the NBA Finals. The Nuggets are the favorites in the NBA Finals. I don't know what's going on. If the Nuggets do the most likely outcome, which is win in 5 games, I will hopefully be in Denver to see them win
That's
in
awesome.
game 5. I am very excited. But I also, it's like, I'm an addict, as we've discussed about like breaking packs of cards. So if they, well, I've actually already done something stupid. So my friends on the Box Score Geek show, because of Victor Wembanyama, I've committed to buying. We're looking at probably Donruss boxes to buy some boxes to get a Victor Wembanyama rookie card and break it on the show. And I
Nice.
got so excited when the Nuggets made the finals. I said, if the Nuggets win, I was going to buy some boxes and we were going to do this as myself, Brian Foster, and Andrew Sutton. And then I'm like, oh, that costs money. And then I'm also trying to go to an NBA Finals game. So if the Nuggets win in 4,
Hmm.
then I'll have some extra money. but but yes, I it's kind of like, I don't normally do this, but I almost like got drunk and was like, oh my god, everybody take a shot. I'm like, you get a box of 2023 Donruss NBA cards, and I'm taking my brother and my son to see the Nuggets, and yeah, that's hopefully happening. But Yeah, the
Very
Nuggets
nice.
are highly favored to win in the NBA Finals. The conference finals were absolutely wild. In fact, on the Box Freak show, I'll have that releasing tomorrow. Myself and Brian talked a lot about it, and that oh, is someone teabagging? I don't know.
I'm trying
Um,
to figure out the. I couldn't. I was just trying to
yeah,
figure out the game. Okay.
we're supposed to keep this safe for work, man, and you're over here doing whatever. It's
That
okay. I'm not really.
good job, El Mariachi. By the way, that's your first time being hit by the auto moderator. I allowed it, but that should be like some kind of achievement.
It's interesting. The Denver Nuggets, the sponsor, it used to be Pepsi. They used to be the Pepsi Center, and it's the Ball Arena now. And I don't know. Maybe it's like LaMelo Ball and Lonzo Ball. Remember that dad and his kids that can't stay healthy in the NBA? So I don't know. But
Did I buy
yeah,
something?
I'm very excited about the Denver Nuggets. I've been not quite a lifelong fan, but I really got into it in the '90s with the Kemba Mutombo. Fell off actually like right after kind of MJ era, which is funny because in 1995, I want to say it's 94 or 95. Who sponsors their chicken nuggets? Who? Why would anybody? Why? What is going on here? So there's a question: is
Oh, that's right. These guys had some really good questions lined up, so I'll.
yeah, I'm glad we're not talking about the game we're playing. We're talking about who sponsors the Nuggets chicken nuggets. Uh, okay, but yeah, I
A
don't know.
flame is on top of the sixth tree in Dennis Woods.
Why are you wasting time talking to people? It's costing you time and your
This is
spells
cool.
don't
You
have.
can talk to people.
They lie to you. Do you know that?
What? Rumor has
Okay,
it,
McDonald's versus
comma,
Popeyes. McDonald's chicken
the
nuggets are okay.
ferryman.
Actually, my favorite chicken nuggets at the moment is going to sound weird, and I don't know if this will hit with anybody because what you're all like East Coast or West Coast folk. I'm out in Wisconsin, and I really like garlic parmesan boneless chicken wings. And boneless chicken wings, for what it's worth, are chicken nuggets. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. I really like boneless garlic parmesan chicken nuggets that you can find at the Quick Trip if you get there early enough. They sell out. You get there too late in the day, and my company is on West Coast time, so a lot of meetings are during lunch. So I'll go out to get lunch at like 2 in the afternoon, and all the garlic parmesan boneless chicken wings, all the chicken nuggets are gone. I like Popeye's sandwich. I haven't really done their chicken nuggets. I don't know. Do you have an opinion
Hey,
on this?
I'm not listening. What just happened? I said, "What a horrible night to have a curse," and then it got dark.
So you listen. You're talking gameplay, but you ignored my wonderful chicken nugget rant.
I actually ignored pretty much all of that. Yeah. I hope
I, I I'm
whoever
quite
asked the question cares.
okay. So this is a cool. Do you know this about the game?
I
This
did see
game.
something about this on the wiki that this is really pretty cool, like a day-night
What are
cycle in a NES
by the
game.
way, you what you are doing right now is absurd. This would be like trying to fight Dr. Wily with no power-ups if you go left. So
Oh, really?
and I'm still memorizing the game a little bit. I got about 20 minutes into the start of like the some of the game walkthroughs and stuff. It's not too bad. Like I found some maps and one nice comparable of this game compared to Castlevania 1, I would say, is that it's not like it's
Werewolves
not
jump?
what.
Do werewolves jump? Why is this? Now
Yes.
there's
Oh, that
skeletons?
okay. Sorry to contradict you. That is not a werewolf. That is a wolf, man.
Is it a
It's not a bear. It is a were. You are correct.
it is a wolf, but it's not a werewolf, it's just a wolf man. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Just um. But what I was gonna say is this game isn't as rough in that, unlike Castlevania 1, if you die or lose, you just kind of like as you notice, like you would die and there was really you didn't gain anything. Like there was nothing. Like you just kind of had to start over and try again. And if you didn't do the level perfectly, you would just die repeatedly.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas this game does have like level up or progression, or as long as you make sure to spend some of your hearts, even if you lose to continue, you will get like weapons that make the game easier and you can
Oops.
level. But there is day and night, and at nighttime the enemies are like significantly harder than during the daytime, but they also give you more hearts. Um, and yeah, there's daytime and nighttime in the game. That's one of the cool dynamics. At night, none of the shops and things are open. Like none of the people around that you need to talk to give you information, etc., are
Okay.
around. But during and at night, like all of the enemies are twice as hard, and it makes it hard to get around. So like there is some impetus to try and get, make sure that you get stuff done during the day and do stuff fast. Otherwise, you get kind of caught at night,
Interesting.
and
That
that's a
that is
cool
that is
dynamic.
that is pretty cool. That is actually pretty unusual. I'm trying to think of other like Nintendo games that did that. I'm sure there are some, but I'm not sure I've played any of them.
Well, that's an interesting when we start to talk like Metroid. It's really hard, and one of these days we'll have an agreement of what a Metroidvania is. Probably never, but you never know. But one of the interesting points, right, is about Metroid is that it was a timed game, and that based on how fast you beat the game, impacted an ending. And Castlevania is actually the same way. That to
Okay.
beat you have to beat this game in under 8 days. Now it's somewhat nebulous because, as I mentioned, right now I'm not having any time counted against me in a castle, and that's actually like the right maneuver. Is that if what I would really want to do is like level up in the castle,
Hmm.
because it's not going to cost me any time, and I'm actually going to do that here. But there is like a timed element in both games, in Castlevania and Castlevania 2 and Metroid and Super Metroid. I don't know about Metroid 2 or the one in the Game Boy. You'd know better than me, I suppose.
If they have the time like the first one and
If
Super,
there's like, yeah, a timing mechanism.
it there
That
is, yeah, same thing.
Yeah, just same idea. So I mean, I don't know if that is, in your opinion, or not a component of Metroidvania games, but like, yeah, Castlevania 2 really does play a lot like a Metroid game to me.
Yeah. So far it kind of seems that way. Like especially like with whoops, like backtracking and things like that. And I'm just gonna use all my lives here and see. Wait, why am I going up?
Oh, cool. So press start real quick. Did you buy the
Okay.
crystal?
Yeah, I
Okay, so you
think.
actually have to equip it. So you press start to go into the, or die. Don't die. Press start and go into your met.
You must be way behind. I've been in the start menu for a while.
Oh
All
yeah,
right,
I'm
so
super
so
low.
so this is gonna be oh. Hmm.
Yeah,
Sometimes the arrow shows
if
up and sometimes it doesn't. This
yeah, make sure the arrow is above the white crystal.
okay. And then what? Oh, then I can see this
That's
platform.
Yeah, that's what the white crystal does. There are three crystals in this game: a white crystal, a
Ooh.
blue crystal, and a red crystal, and each of them kind of like does something. If that makes any think, I know I'm helpful there, but basically each crystal is useful and that it does something. So the white crystal lets you see hidden platforms. The blue crystal, I believe, lets you into a certain mansion, and the red crystal summons a tornado.
Okay. So just like real life.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
Will this
I
hurt
know
me?
that these are video games and they have to be kind of silly at times, but yeah, they like adding some normalcy in the game. So
So this is kind of interesting. Like you have 3 lives, and then when you die, you continue in exactly the same place. Like when you lives are continue at like what? Why not infinite lives? Am I missing? Is
okay,
something
there is
happening when
one
I
very
die?
obvious thing that happens. Did you have hearts when you died?
I don't know.
Okay, well
So
you're making this softball hard. Yeah, basically the game is a level up, and you gain hearts, which are both currency and a level. So when
oh
you
okay.
die, you keep any items you have and any levels you've gained, but you lose any hearts, which will be like your progress towards the next level. So there actually is something
Okay.
to the component of not of it's like, yeah, you keep going with where you're at, but it's like I'm in the same castle as you. I'm gonna talk to this guy here, and he asks if I want to invest in an oak stake. So I don't know if you know that there's like a stock market component of this game.
For real?
Yeah, and you invest in oak stake futures, and eventually they're worth a lot of money. And
I like
yeah,
this game. Just oh,
that's how you like that. That is what. remember how the game said you were on business? Like
Then
you
Dracula's
are
like, no,
you're
my
you're on
futures.
business. Yeah, like that's how you defeat Dracula. You're like, I invested your entire portfolio in corn futures, and there was a famine due to your curse. And Dracula's like, no, done in by my own
Oh,
evil.
why did I let Frankenstein convince me to short sell?
It's the stupidest, awesome thing ever. All
Oh,
right.
oh wow,
Okay, so
this is
by the
smart
way,
slime. All right, so
you're
hang on. When I continue, I lose all my hearts.
you lose all your hearts. I believe you do keep any items or lives you have. Now, here's something kind of cool. You did not do the so you did not grab holy water, which costs another 50, which is going to impact you because holy water is something that is able to break walls. That area you were just in, it's
Hmm.
not really useful and it's not something anybody with a walkthrough needs, but that wall has a secret of Dracula in it that like tells you something. But
Okay,
this
yeah,
is one of
someone in
those,
the town told mentions about secrets.
yeah. But here's what's amusing is that the secret of Dracula,
What?
like
Go on.
I guess you don't want to know about the secret of Dracula.
I do know. That's why I said what. What is
It's
the
cool.
what is the secret of
It's
Dracula?
cool. Um, but like there's secrets that are supposed to help you beat the game, but they're like poorly translated, so
Oh,
they're
good.
like next to useless, which is kind of hilarious. And one of the ways you get them, if you remember in Castlevania 1, there were walls that would break away in castles and stuff.
Hmm.
Those are back, but you need the holy water or Dracula's nail to beat them.
Dracula's
So
nail.
it's one of his body parts.
Why am I not? What is happening here? Why am I falling through this? These
Okay,
are
and
these are
that
more
was
Dracula's secrets.
we actually had this discussion once where I noted that this was one of my like favorite games as a child,
Hmm.
and then I went back to play it, and you are almost near the end of oh yeah, you're almost near, well, no, you're back at the beginning, but you were almost near the end of the maze. You
Okay.
are almost at the end of the maze, and then they have just random gaps like hidden, like this is something you would love. They have
No,
random hidden gaps that you can just fall through that you can't see. And one of the ways you can quote unquote see them, I would argue, is you use a holy water. Because you can throw holy water at the ground.
hmm. There we
Hmm.
go. Surely there are no more gaps up here. That would just be mean.
Mm, could be.
All right, moving right along. I see they did fix his animation a little bit. He still kind of has that
Yeah.
strut going on, but it doesn't look like there's a missing frame like you noted last time.
Mm. Oh, I just died. I have 2 lives though. I done good. Well, that is just mean. As you noted, you like respawn where you die, and I respawned on top of 2 enemies, just like how it goes. That's hilarious.
Yeah, that sounds right. I notice you like fall a lot slower. Like it plays kind of the same as the first game, but maybe a little bit better somehow.
Yeah, it's not as clunky, I would agree. It seems a little nicer. It's a little more forgiving, and then of course the fact that you can continue and actually kind of level and get stronger. Because Castlevania 1 had an interesting component where it was actually the opposite. Every level you went up, the enemies all got harder, and they got harder in the exact same way. I don't know if that makes any sense. I'm gonna do a map check real quick. Sorry. Um, but so they all got like stronger in the same way. So like in level 1, they would all do damage 1, and in level 2 they would all do damage 2. Level 3, I'll do damage 3. I believe it caps out at level 4. You do want to invest in an oak stake. It's the only way to beat the maze.
I invested in Oak Stakes.
Just one though.
Did
You can't hold more than
I
one at a
couldn't
time.
afford another. Did you notice like his animation on these stairs? Like he's actually stepping on the stairs. That's pretty good. Not
So
bad.
I'm
All right.
actually taking a brief check out of Nest maps, man. Oh, that's tempting. You can get a 36 by 24 poster for $25. I mean, of course, I could probably just print at Kinko's too, but anyway. And that gets into an interesting conundrum of IP rights because you're like, oh, this person went through the work of collating this map, and then you go, but that's not really their property, and I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. Okay. So Alba, there is garlic.
Whoops.
I'm trying.
I threw my oak steak. Was that bad?
Oh yes, you need to you
I need to go
see
invest
that
in another one.
see that room in the right. You needed to throw it there.
Well, now I can't afford another one.
What's a humble bum? I was missing a chat because I was actually like paying attention to the game. Morningstar, okay, and Ondel.
All right, I need 6 more heart dollars.
Yep.
So what kind of currency do we have in this? We have hearts, we have E,
Stars,
I get
rainbows,
an
clovers,
L.
blue
I guess
moons, pots of golden rainbows,
well, lucky us.
and me red balloon. Oh, nice.
And I'm dead. And I lost all my money.
Well, that's what you get for investing in oak steak.
And then throwing it away. Throwing away my investment. That was my future. Ugh. Well, now I have $4. This might take a while.
Let's see, Java. Trying to remember. There's
Whoops.
We'll
I
just
mean,
watch you play for a bit.
this is fine. This is all fine.
Is it fine?
Just gonna hit these things. Who gave these skeletons like sword and shields?
Probably Dracula. That is a good question, though. I give it to you.
Then there's this pike guy. Wow, why are there 3 skeletons here? That's more than there should be, I
Dagger.
think.
Trinket.
These
Okay.
shields don't seem to do anything for him, though, do they?
Oh, that's a good question. All right, so I'm going to take a look at this. Apparently, there is a humblebundle.com games must play Metroidvania. Let's take a look at what this is, and then I'm going to go buy a Morning Star. Wait, it's $164 value, but pay what I want. But
What?
none of these games are Metro. Yeah, that's cool. That's fine. I don't. What? I don't know. I mean, if Rickster wants to find a way to stream, yeah, he can. That'd be cool.
Maybe. Might be boring.
Probably. Or I start talking about Oak Futures.
Oak Futures. Wondering why the skeletons have swords and shields. Yet they're just throwing bones at me. Like, he's not even using his sword. Why does he even
Well,
have it?
if you could throw bones, would you use your sword?
I, I don't know.
I mean, clear. I mean, we both know the answer. You can lie. You can lie to chat. You can't lie to me.
I mean, swords are pretty cool. I feel like I could do more damage with a sword than just like throwing a femur at somebody.
Hmm. I was trying to think of a pun. There's got to be a leg pun or a bone pun or I don't know. I like to
Yeah,
throw a patella, but that feels a little needy. That's not bad.
that's not bad.
You know, it's not great.
All
If
right,
you
I'd
watch
like to
my,
invest in oak steak.
if you so here's like the key about the holy water. I'm in a house. There's no one here. Where is everybody? Oh,
Hmm?
I throw holy water at the wall, and I'm like, okay, I have enough to buy a dagger and a chain whip, which I'm
What is
going
it?
to do.
What is that holy water made out of? That it just like knocks down walls when your whip can't.
The wall is cursed, so you need holy water to do it.
You know, that makes sense.
does actually. Holy water was like ultra broke. So there is actually in this game there is something called like the flame, which does like 7 damage, and is very much like the holy water in game one, but it costs 1 heart to use. That's another thing. So your hearts can. Oh man, I just
Ah,
missed
there's a. Why are there invisible holes in the ground?
because that's the game. I don't understand why you're asking. Why does the game behave like Landon would behave?
Hey, have I ever put invisible? Oh my god, then I couldn't turn around.
Yes, actually, and we played that game on this stream.
Invisible holes in the wall? In the ground?
We put okay, yeah, you got me there. You didn't put invisible holes. You put spikes and invisible heat traps in the ground.
Oh,
For the
you're
game we
talking
made.
you're talking about.
Yeah. You're like when I had the opportunity to build a game, did I ever do invisible holes? And I'm like, yes. Now, admittedly, I don't know on like Metroid Secret. I don't know how much
You
you really
mean
did
Mega
that. I
Man?
mean, I said Metroid Secret.
Oh,
We all
I'm
know
gonna
you're
I'm gonna
lying.
die here because
Well,
of these holes in the ground.
use the holy water to find them and jump over them.
I don't have holy water. I'm
Well,
just gonna.
you need to go back
Ah!
you need to go back to the first village and buy holy water.
But then
I'm
I'll
sorry.
throw it and not have it anymore, like just like this oak steak.
That's not how holy water oak stake is the only one that is like a non-permanent weapon. And the reason for that is you have
I
to
chose
buy
that
a new
wrong.
one in each castle to unlock the piece of Dracula.
I see. Oh my god, it's all
I
over.
re- I really need to get that chain whip. Just go back to the first village and buy holy water, man.
I can't. I'm stuck here. I keep
You
respawning here. It's like some kind of nightmare.
you know what you can actually do though is I think you can quit and get the game code.
I'm gonna jump on this guy like Mario.
I I don't think that's a good idea, but you do you.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna quit. I'm just gonna like keep jumping in the water and pretend I'm just swimming back to town. I'm not dying, everybody. I'm just swimming back to town. I got this code. This is a pretty cool code screen actually. Like it's got like that Dracula ornament thing. Like it's pretty nice.
Bye kill.
This game does look better than wait, it gave me what the heck? How do I get back
Ah,
to the title screen? If I continue,
maybe passcode. I don't know.
wait, now I'm still back here. Here's an option. I will just reset the game. All right, starting over.
Okay,
That
so
was a
here's
practice run.
yeah, that's not bad. I mean, I actually did that myself a few times too. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to the right of town and kind of beat up until you can get around 100 hearts. You're not going to do it before the first night break. So what you can do is you can go back into town, and at nighttime there are, if you watch like me, there are like zombies in the town that you can kill and
Hmm.
get a lot of hearts from. So basically you want to hang out by town, buy the I would buy the holy water, which is in the room by the guy that sold you the crystal. That room has holy water. You want to buy that first because that's a weapon you can use. You buy the holy water first, then you go back and buy the crystal. Then you can do what you did, and I did too, in fact, which is, try and beat the first castle.
Hmm.
What you can also do is if you save up to, let's see, yeah, here we go. If you save up to 150 hearts, you can come into this village that is right in front of that first castle, and you can buy a chain whip for 150, which is much more powerful, which is what I just done.
Well, it sounds pretty expensive. I
Yeah,
gotta
that's how the game works. You
gotta
buy
check my
stuff,
gotta check my investments,
check your oak futures.
my oak futures.
Okay, so let's see what I want to do. I'm trying to remember if there's. So yeah, I'm looking at nestmaps.com
Hmm.
to 2A. To actually see, I seem to remember there's like a flame thing you can get. It could be wrong. It was like down here, wasn't it? I don't know. Oh, Sacred Flame is over this way. So
What a
that's what I want
horrible
to do.
night to have a curse. You
I'm
can
gonna go
say that
back.
again.
I'm gonna go back by Castle 1, over on the right.
Oh, they jump higher.
Who do?
The Wolfmen, and they take more damage.
The Detroit Red Nuggets and Denver Wings are the same thing. Huh.
You know, I don't think I would live in this town.
I mean, you don't really have like a choice. I don't think this is like a case of you being like, oh man, this is a good place to live and invest and start my life. I think you kind of just live in like a cursed, horrible place.
Maybe. There are other towns, though. The townspeople told me about them. Makes me
Like
wonder where
where?
I'm from. I don't
They're
know. They
like,
just
they're
said,
like,
check out
they're
this
like,
other town.
they're like, what a horrible night to have a business trip.
Yeah. Business in Transylvania again.
Ah,
It's the third time this quarter.
one thing to keep in mind, and I just did it, is if you jump, if you whip as you jump, it actually gives you a little lag in the air and makes it easier for you to land.
Really?
Yes. Now you know the rest of the story.
All right, I have $100. So now I need to buy holy
Holy
water.
water. You need to buy holy water and the white crystal.
And time is passing in the town, right?
Time
Yes.
passes while you're in the town. It does not pass if you are ever inside.
Can I not go inside? No, at night?
You are not allowed to go into any things at night. That's the other point.
Why'd
Is
they
that
leave their door open then?
to taunt you? You know what's even worse about that? Not only do they leave their door open, if you try and use weapons in front of the door, they fly into the door and not at the enemy.
What? Really?
Yep.
There's somebody just standing inside the door getting like whipped in the face as you're
Yeah, and they're like, "Why?" They're like, "Stop hitting me
like
with your."
shop's closed.
You know, like your face is closed with my whip. Like,
Got him.
wow, Simon Belmont's gonna have to go take like sensitivity training when he gets back to court.
Yeah, right. I'm reporting
We've had some
straight to
compla-
human
we-
resources.
We've had some complaints, Simon. Oh, I now possess the sacred flame. You want to see this? This is cool. I don't know how far we're off or how choppy my thing is. All right, that's cool.
Does time pass just as fast in the city as it does outside?
I think so. Okay,
How much time in a day?
24 hours.
It's only been 1 hour.
Says you. Let's see what's in here. Garlic.
Because I can find these guys.
Dracula's eyeball, laurels. It's not really useful. Do want to buy
All
some
right.
garlic.
The morning sun has vanquished the horrible night. That's dramatic.
All right. And does Ajiba have the crystal dude? I think it might.
All right, you said there's holy water in here?
In
Holy
the
water, yes. Yes, I do want to buy holy water. Infinite amount of holy water?
yes,
It never runs out? That's amazing. What a deal.
it's true.
I'm gonna buy more. That's such a good deal.
Just the one. All
This
you
guy
need.
won't leave me alone. I want to throw this holy water.
Okay.
He follows me around, doesn't he? Look, I'm not stealing anything. You don't have to follow me around the store. I bought
Yeah,
an
the
infinite
weird.
amount of literally the only thing you sell.
Oh, actually, that shop's one of the more normal ones. But I was gonna say, like a lot of these other shops, you have to use holy water to break through walls to get to them. So you're like, dude, you don't need to follow me around your store. And he's like, just as an FYI, you broke into my store. Oh no. I didn't realize I only had one life left. I think, like,
I'm dead.
I had a bunch of stuff that I no longer have.
I guess
I
they
think
jump the same during the day. Sorry. Just want to clear
at
that up.
night though they are more powerful though, whatever this stuff is. These spiders are the worst, by the way, if you get to the spiders.
So I can just throw holy water constantly now.
Yeah. And I mean, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, like I could do that in real life. That's all you'd see me do.
It is in fact all you do. We get complaints about it.
So like Landon was on a business trip again, throwing holy water at everything. What a horrible night.
Okay.
I should really take some swimming lessons.
Yeah, that is one of the more frustrating parts about Mr. Belmont. His inability to swim and how easy he dies to water.
Right. At least he doesn't just like instantly explode as soon as he touches some spikes.
There are spikes in the game though, if I recall.
There are. I died on some already.
You walked into the spikes.
I walked
The
directly
stationary
into him.
spikes
Yeah,
on
that's
the
what I did,
wall.
and it killed me. I was like, "Will these kill me?" And now we all know.
You didn't think before the spikes on the wall might kill
Whoops.
you.
I think I jumped in lava.
Okay, here's the cool part. That swamp water, and
Yeah.
it is not as it now. It ain't gonna kill you. Is the good news. It will
Good.
hurt you, but
Okay.
it ain't gonna kill you.
Well, that is good news.
You're not dead. You're just undying because you're cursed by Dracula.
Hmm.
Bummer, right?
Yeah. Total bummer.
But good news is you had a dream of a lady who was like, "Don't worry, if you're brave, you won't die." You know, someone
Yeah.
wrote that. Someone was paid to write that. Not a lot, but enough to make you upset. Okay, what are you up to? I'm just
Um,
farming. I'm farming to get some garlic in the morning so that I can get a
it's
silver
a
knife in
living.
a graveyard.
Nice. Yeah, I'm back at the castle. I now have the holy water. I'm feeling pretty good about this.
Do you have the white crystal?
I have the white crystal,
You're set.
and this really, even just talking about it, really sounds like a Nintendo game, doesn't it?
Yes, sir. I
The
agree with
white
that.
crystal, have the holy water. I'm at the castle.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get back to the stupid discussion of what makes a Metroidvania. So, and I know we've repeated this discussion very much, like I repeated my introduction to Mega Man.
Mm-hmm.
But why doesn't Zelda count as a Metroidvania? Open world, different items unlock different parts of the world, like puzzle based,
Um,
rich lore backstory, evil boss that's trying to take over. Like,
yeah, I don't think that part matters. So,
is it just
and
because
I'm
they have
gonna
a
try a
bad
new
whip?
trick. A whip. What? No, that's not a, like Metroid 1 didn't have a whip, good or bad. Like I said, I think it's really about how the game plays. Like, if I really enjoyed Super Metroid and said, "Hey, what's next?" and somebody said, "Hey, go play Zelda 2," or or like
I'd see
Zelda
similar. I'd see
or
similarities
Zelda
with Zelda
1.
too.
Yeah, Zelda 2 is a bad example because we already said it blurs the lines. But like if I was given like Link's Awakening on Game Boy, for example, like that's very different, right? Like that doesn't feel like the same experience at all.
I suppose. I don't know. I think they have a lot of similarities, in my opinion.
Well, they do,
Like,
yeah. But
unless you're just kind of arguing the side-scrolly action adventure nature is kind of what makes it maybe.
I think that's a lot of it, yeah. Because it's like how the game is played. Because like I said, like as far as a lot of similar types of things as like Metroid and Zelda and things like that is like Dark Souls, right? It's got like the big kind of non-linear interconnected world, which is done really well, but it's more of an action RPG, more closer to Zelda than Metroid, I would say.
Hmm. Hmm.
What about Metroid? Is it a is Metroid 1 a Zelda like?
I'd say Metro 1 and Zelda have a lot of similarities when you're talking about, you need different items to unlock different parts, kind of open world, lots of mazy stuff. I mean, actually,
I
I'm
mean,
annoyed.
when you talk about like
You
individual pieces like that, I mean that's whoops.
you are making a good point where you just basically add the one component, which is gameplay. But now you get into an interesting question where you start talking like, so is Metroid Prime a Metroidvania?
I mean that's a good question. Um,
Glad you think so. That's why I asked it.
yeah, excellent question. Excellent question. Let's let's see what chat thinks. I
That is such
died.
a cop out, you
Oh.
coward. You
um,
deserve to die. You're a chicken, just like my basketball team. Incidentally, I feel obliged to note this. The Denver Nuggets are named the Denver Nuggets because it is Rocky Mountain themed, as with many of our teams,
mhm.
as in it's for gold nuggets. Our original mascot was a prospector. Now, fun fact before that, in fact, too,
What?
um,
I threw the holy water and I still fell in the hole. How is this possible?
you're supposed to jump over the hole after you determine where it is using the holy water. Other piece of advice, when you jump, do a whip when you jump as well, because that will make you jump a little further.
Oh, it's two tiles. Of course. Oh, and
It's
then there's another.
futile.
Oh my God.
It's futile with your two tiles.
Oh. Yeah, they
I
are
repeat,
related to the 49ers.
I repeat, it is futile
Oh my God.
with your two tiles.
So, so thank you
Did
for
did did did
repeating
did
that.
did,
But
did, did, you,
also,
did you catch
I
that?
wish you'd never said it to begin with.
So mean. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry like I just went on a swimming lesson with Simon Belmont. All right. Anyway, sorry.
So, what were we doing?
You were dying. I was getting a silver knife in exchange for a garlic clove that I bought in the basement of a building over there that I exposed with my holy water that I bought in the first village for 50 hearts because that's this game.
Wait, I don't even think I had to do it. I just did. Where am I
Well, then
now?
why did you do it?
I don't know, because 'cause I thought I did. Now I'm lost again.
I've got maps open if you want to know anything, but what are you trying to do?
Get through the maze.
Uh, are you in the castle?
I think I'm back where I started.
Okay. Uh,
That,
what do you
no,
need to
that's
do
good
it?
though, because that means I
That
know
means
where
you
I
can get it.
am.
That means you can get out eventually.
Yeah. So I think Metroid Prime is a Metroidvania because even though it's first person, it still has like a lot of the platformy like um, movement and gameplay that the 2D one does. And if I'm looking for a Metroidvania, I would typically assume 2D. Like that's what I would like. If I was in the mood for Metroidvania, I would look for something like Super Metroid or even Symphony of the Night, right? But but like Prime, and I haven't played it for a long time. You know, it does have like the morph ball and like spring ball, and it's got space jumping and kind of a lot of the same stuff. It's just in 3D.
Okay, so let's see. What do I have to do here? Oh, okay. So this is kind of silly. I equip the blue crystal and I kneel, and that reveals that this lake is fake. But if I don't do that, if I had jumped into that lake, I would have died. been dead. That is kind of
That's,
cool.
that is kind of cool.
So to clarify, I had to equip a blue crystal to reveal a hidden bottom in the bank in a lake to get into a castle. Where
This
let's
game's
see
awesome.
what's in Castle 2. I'm glad you like it. Castle 2 Rover Mansion, by the way.
Rover Mansion.
Rover Mansion. You now possess. By the way, there's a typo when you beat the bosses in these mansions, and it's supposed to say you now possess something of Dracula, but it says you now possess. By the way.
Okay. Good.
And oh man, this is a good one. Guess what I'm gonna get in this castle?
What?
I'm gonna get me the Heart of Dracula.
Wow, check out my jumping.
What are you doing?
Anyway, Heart of Dracula is pretty cool too, I guess.
Yeah, it's very cool. I'm excited. Let me see what I want
All right,
to do.
hang on. Why do I need this oak thing? Can I just not take
Okay,
this?
you need to buy the oak thing.
I did.
Okay, so you're gonna want to go. Okay, so you got here. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
When you get to the right, you're going to equip the oak staff. Stop teabagging. You're gonna. I don't want to have to ban El Mariachi from the channel. You're gonna go to the right. There's an orb. You are going to hit it with the oak staff, and you are going to possess Dracula's rib.
Interesting. So what happens if I just like try to take the orb? Nothing?
Nothing's gonna happen. Nothing will
I
happen.
see. So then I hoorah! You now possess Dracula's rib.
Yeah, you do.
This game is out of control. And now I don't even like teleport back to town. I have to walk all the way home.
Yes, sir.
Possibly just
You're on a
die.
business trip. Don't forget to, save your receipts.
Right. On a business trip. Good thing I remembered to pack my whip and armor.
Well, don't you go on business trips regularly? I mean, I do. What
Whoops. But this is probably the fastest way back to town. Oh wait, no it isn't because there's no way back to town. Now I remember.
are you talking about?
You're stuck here forever. Alright, but now I
Oh,
learned I don't even have to care about these
oh, this is mean. In this other
hidden things up
castle,
there. I can
there's a
just...
hidden block that just starts hitting you if you don't have a crystal equipped. That's wild.
Alright,
Okay, should I invest in an oak stake again?
yes. I'm gonna
Yes,
say
I
yes.
should.
Yes.
Did.
Alright. This is good though. I feel like I'm an expert now. Like this would be pretty smooth
I will
sailing.
point out that compared to Castlevania 1, we're still admittedly, I'm much further than you at this point because I've had I mean, that's not anything like that. I feel that is an important part of like old school Nintendo games, especially like Nintendo Power ones, which this one qualifies as, which is you just are not going to make a lot of progress on your own
Yeah.
compared to someone who knows the game. Like you could maybe play this game a lot and figure everything out, but it would be at such a snail's pace compared to anybody that read like a Nintendo Power on it.
Yeah.
I
No,
will note
it's
that
true. That's just the way they were.
I don't know if you've got any other graphics on screen you want to look up, but you should look up the Nintendo Power cover of
Oh,
Castlevania 2.
yes, I did grab that because that was interesting. And also related, I walked back into this castle. People are probably wondering why. Because look at these hanging skeletons here. That is kind of crazy for a Nintendo game. Like that's pretty dark. And that's kind of the setting this game is going for because as Dre mentioned, um, let me find the cover. Here
Oh,
it is. So I'm going to switch to the cover real quick. And your frame rate went down to like 1 again. Like it's super low. But in the meantime, here is the Nintendo Power cover. Because this is mentioned in the wiki also next to the box. the box art, it is a guy dressed as, I guess, Simon Belmont holding the severed head of Dracula. And this was like family friendly Nintendo with like this headless thing. Like parents, I guess, complained saying like their kids bought it and then got nightmares from this cover, and I don't know. It was just pretty surprising for Nintendo. And Nintendo later said that it was their worst Nintendo Power cover, but I'm
You
not
mean
sure if
best and most
right
awesome Nintendo
right
Power? Cowards.
exactly. It's got like a skull
Ah,
down
this
there,
this is
like
the worst
like
maze.
like this
But like,
pretty awesome.
here's a funny aspect of this game. Like a very simple tweak that they actually did, which is by adding the level up from hearts, as
Hmm.
opposed to hearts just being currency for your weapons. It actually makes me less frustrated when I miss like a jump and have to like go kill respawning enemies again. Because I'm like, oh,
Because
I'm leveling up right now. As opposed to like in Castlevania 1, I would like miss a jump and just be like, oh, good. I really hope this enemy doesn't randomly drop a weapon that gets rid of my holy water and makes this level impossible.
hmm. Oh no, there's bats.
Is the
It's
frame
night.
rate still bad or did it go up at all?
It got better. Did you change something, or did it just get better on
I
its own?
just like shuffled through the screen, so I don't know if that did anything, but
Oh, okay. Yeah, it looks pretty good now.
okay. All right,
Did you say
so
that there's something to the right of this first castle that I should go? Is that where that other whip
to the
was, or
left of the first castle, if you go down the stairs, there's another village that has a chain whip
oh, there's
that you can buy for 150.
stairs. Okay. Oops.
Okay, and I just got a secret in here. It said garlic in the graveyard summons a stranger. That is actually true, but here's the annoying part. I already done that. I got a silver knife from the stranger in the graveyard by summoning him with the garlic.
Nice. Not too many
And
people
event
can be summoned with garlic, I would think.
well, you know he's not Dracula then.
It's true, yeah, like maybe that's his whole thing. Can you do the castles at night, or are they the same? They look the same.
Castles, I believe you can do it, which is cool. Cool
The
EO.
cool.
I now possess Dracula's heart.
I bet that's worth a lot of money.
Yeah, probably is. I don't, what does Dracula's heart do? Let's actually see what the Castlevania 2 instruction manual says.
Oh yeah. Does
All
it
right.
have the different body parts in the manual?
Okay, so do you want to hear Dracula's missing? Okay, so the manual says Dracula's body parts. The manual, though, does take a step back and it says count Dracula's missing pieces. Sounds ambiguous because it almost looks like one of those like highlights magazine things. So I could see it as count the different missing
No.
pieces of Dracula. So I'm like, okay, let's do it. There are 5. I can count. But the 5 missing pieces are the nail, the eyeball, the rib bone, the heart. You ready for the now? Now, do you think you're going to be able to guess the 5th missing piece of Dracula?
um, Probably not, because like his fingernail is one of them. Is that
This
what they're talking
fingernail
about?
was one of. Well, it just says his nail, but it does look like a fingernail, so I'll give you that.
Okay.
The ring.
The ring.
The ring.
What does that mean?
It means his ring, like something you would wear on a finger.
It's not a body part, is
I'm
it?
aware. Now the book,
This makes no sense.
the book changes its mind and calls it his The book changes its mind and calls it missing pieces, but yes, very explicitly, the creepy lady did say body parts.
Let's see.
Anyway, so there you go.
Yeah.
And I forget what each does. Let's see.
I need it to be daytime. Oh wow. That
Castlevania
was
2
all I had to do was say it.
game facts. If you press start, it shows you what time it is, and it turns daytime at 6. Just as an FYI.
Okay.
You were like,
Good
when
to
does it
know.
turn daytime?
Good to know.
Okay,
There's nothing
guide
here.
and walkthrough. Next. Story. Don't need the story. I don't care about the controls. Who needs the controls? Basics. I don't need the basics either. Endings. 7 days or less get you a good ending.
You've got a
Yeah, okay.
friend waiting for you in the town of Algiba. Do you even know who I am? Why would you know who my friends are? Clues to Dracula's riddle are in Berkeley Mansion. Clues to Dracula's riddle are in the town of Alba.
Why are you talking to people? It's a bad idea. They're just gonna
Well,
lie to you.
wouldn't it be weird if you went into a town and just didn't talk to every single person you walked by?
I guess. I
You
mean,
look pale, my son. You must rest in the church.
to
Don't mind if I
Dracula's.
do.
That actually it is like an inn in Zelda. You know how they call them like Zeltroidvanias?
Deltroidvanias, yeah.
Parts do in Castlevania too. So that's very similar to, yeah. Like straight from Zelda 2.
This town is really dangerous. Like, nobody can even get to this door. Like, there's this water, there's no bridge. If you fall in it, you just die. There's nobody
Yeah.
even in here. I guess that makes sense, given what I
But
just said.
you could also make the argument though very easily that you could make the argument that it's defensive in nature because of all like the enemies and stuff.
That's true. That's a
So
good
like
point.
they made just a very hard to navigate town, yeah, to defend themselves.
If I lived in a town that had endlessly respawning zombie things show up every single night, I would also surround myself with
Interesting
whatever I could.
question related. Have you caught the show From? It's like a spiritual successor to Lost.
No.
It's pretty good. It's on NGM Plus. You can get it on like Amazon Prime, but it's a good show. But yeah, like the premise is there like these weird kind of a mix, I would say, of like zombie vampire things that show up at night and can like pretend to be human and they kill people. But yeah, like the same idea where like the town is built defensively
Hmm.
because you kind of would have to be if every night you had these creepy things show up that could kill anybody, you'd probably end up building the town around that.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's like Ravenholm and wow, flying eyeballs. I don't think I want to be here.
Yeah, they're terrible, but you do actually want to go that way, I recall. So let's see, you beat the first one. How many
I'm,
hearts do you have and how many lives do you have?
I have one life, 20 hearts,
I
and I
mean,
bought the
worst case,
dagger.
you can die. Yeah, I mean, you're that town you bought the dagger. Oh, so you found the dagger. You found the trick with the holy water and the thing.
Yeah,
I'm
I
proud
saw
of you.
you do it earlier.
Oh, well, I'm not proud of you anymore. Well,
I
I know
mean,
you watched and learned. I'm proud of you. Never mind. I'm
thanks.
back to being proud of
Appreciate
you.
it.
You're welcome. Um, yeah, I just leveled up. I got some more life. A staple of Metroidvania is the leveling up.
No, it isn't. But
What
that
do
is
you
allowed.
call
That is that is.
what do you call like getting the different life containers and missile container? Like, I think the one interesting component of Metroid compared to the classic RPG model for leveling is you earn a bunch of
Why are there
experience.
so many? What? I'm being chased by like five of them. So
Well,
one of the differences is you can't just sit in a room killing guys until you get more E-tanks.
yeah, exactly. And the other part is incremental. Is like in a Metroid game, you don't just double the effectiveness of your missiles. You do have to, collect them in different places.
Yeah. And like we talk a lot about
We talk a lot about
we
stuff
talk
here.
we talk a lot about the definition of Metroidvania on this stream, but like really like I've said before, it's not doesn't necessarily have to be like this hard and fast rule like things are 100% or 0% Metroidvanias, right? Like cuz games can have all kinds of stuff in them that make them more or less like different kinds of games, and it's really just the language to tell somebody in a single word what a game is like.
Yeah. I still question. I think Vania in both cases. So for those that don't know, didn't listen to the first stream. I think we discussed this. Like the way Transylvania came about, because like the original title was something like offensive, like was like Devil's Castle or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
And
something like that.
their compromise is they called it Castlevania because they're like it's in a castle in Transylvania for Dracula, so castle plus Vania. But really just recognizing, hey, Vania is a really cool suffix.
Hmm.
And so Metroidvania to me feels the same because I feel that Castlevania definitely intentionally inherited parts of Metroid. And even if they're like, oh no, we didn't really rip that off of Metroid. We ripped it off of our own game. I'm like, so you didn't see Metroid. You didn't see like one of the top rated games on the system you were developing for. Your professional game developers
Right, yeah.
were completely oblivious to Metroid and the game that they made that had many components that people would say are similar to Metroid, just completely oblivious. And I absolutely understand why, for like IP reasons and litigious reasons, why they would say that. But it's like that's ridiculous. Um, but yeah, I would basically argue Castlevania just slowly added components that
Wait
made
for it.
it exactly why. Why am I waiting a minute?
Uh, I'm I'm back at my first castle, aren't I?
I don't know. Where are you?
I came at it from the other direction somehow. This, all right, yeah. Being
Good
totally
work.
lost and ending up in the same place where you're trying to get away from this is definitely a Metroidvania.
Okay, well, how many hearts? Well, here's the thing though. You do want to collect like 150 hearts. You do want to collect like 150 hearts um, to get a
Got 30.
nicely done. You want to get 150 hearts to be able to collect a thingamabob in the place of what?
Roger that.
You know what I'm saying? Yep.
Well, you're just a
But
lion townsperson.
what do you say? Or
You
what they
said you
say?
need to collect 150 thingamabobs to collect the whatchamawhat.
Wait, so I'm the lying town person?
That's right.
Oh, that's sad. Okay, I have Dracula's heart, which apparently I need to have the ferryman at Death River take me to a place. So that's good to know, I suppose. All right, let's see what I'm supposed to do. Let's see. We've been going for about an hour and a half. What are your thoughts? How much longer you want to go for? I'm not
Um,
sure your opinion for next time, but I'd imagine you're probably going to give a little bit of like little more research next time, and that makes it a little easier to go. Yeah.
yeah, I'll try to figure out what I'm doing next time. Like this has been pretty approachable though for like first time playing the game. Like it's fun. Like I'm having fun, and it's not frustrating. Partly because you do just respawn exactly where you are all the time, which is kind of nice.
And
Um,
as long as you do something with your hearts, there's also progress.
yeah, so in that aspect, maybe this is a Souls-like if we're gonna start.
But didn't that come first? Didn't this come first?
Yeah, way first.
So
but
wouldn't Souls be Metroid like?
but the Metroidvania category didn't exist when this was out, and we're still calling it that.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, see that's mostly it, I think. I think that's all pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah. Okay.
Man, I'm
So
pretty lost here. These eyeballs are really big. Like, how does such a thing even evolve? Like, what are these from? Like, what's
apparently I can
what's
get
the biology behind these?
apparently I could get to Castle there's like a hack where I could get to Castle 5 way early here. But I'd have to use some laurels and stuff, and who's got time for that?
Whoops, whoops, whoops,
Actually, ironically,
whoops,
I need to do what you just did and go all
whoops,
the way back to the beginning.
whoops.
What are you doing?
Why can I not make this jump all of a sudden? Well, I'm
Okay,
dead,
so
face down in a swamp. That's the
one
end of
one
Simon
piece
Belmont's business trip.
one piece of advice I've given is if you do a whip when you jump,
That's right, yeah.
It actually does make life a lot easier, just as an FYI. In case you were like, does hitting whip when I jump make it easier? Yes. Because it lags you for a second, makes you go a little further.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah. I don't necessarily know if it was intentional either. What a horrible night to have a curse. Probably. Aren't most nights
There's
bad to have
two
a
for
curse? Like,
one. Yeah, I would think so. Usually I want, my nights to do other stuff than be cursed.
mm-hmm. Luckily, I have a pretty strong whip for killing eyeballs. I got a pretty good eyeball for killing eyeballs too. And I got 2 lives. I'm not in bad shape actually. Got 190 hearts, 2 lives, and a pretty killer whip that I'm gonna turn into a better whip that I'm then gonna set on fire.
I'm not sure where that other whip is you were talking about.
It's in another one of the rooms, and then I think you have to smash a wall to get him to like buy it.
In the downstairs town?
In the downstairs town where you bought the dagger, there's the chain whip.
Okay.
I wouldn't lie to you. I'm not a lying townsperson. I mean, or am I?
Oops. Wait, what was this guy gonna tell me?
I
A
don't know.
rib can
Probably
shield you from evil.
it's true.
I don't know.
You have a rib. I'm not even talking about like your rib. You literally do have Dracula's rib, which can shield you from evil. That is true.
Laurels in your soup enhances its aroma. This guy's just over here talking about soup.
You can buy laurels in this game, and laurels make you temporarily invincible, much like those pots in the first game.
The pots?
Yeah, there's like the yellow pots in the first game you would get that would briefly make you invulnerable.
Oh, those things, yeah.
Like how you're like, what are you talking about? Oh yeah, that exact thing that you were talking about.
I was thinking like a cooking pot, like
A
oh,
neti pot or
I found
something.
it. I don't know, that I might like cook in on my stove.
Man, I want some soup to cook in a pot. Actually, just some ramen. I really like ramen.
Purchase a chain whip? Yes. I don't have enough money. I only have half as
Well,
much money.
then why did you say yes?
I thought I could pull a fast one on him.
Actually, like in old school Nintendo games. So, for what it's worth, that's not like a bad thing to try in old school Nintendo games, this one included, because as an example, in a Nintendo Power Guide, and then like one of the cryptic people's things, they're like, you need to have such and such equipped for the ferryman to do this, and nope, you don't. Like, it's just a typo. So like, it's never a bad thing if you're like, they're like, you must give me 50 rubies to pass. You're like, okay, just throwing this out there. What if I don't? What are you gonna do? Sometimes they're like, I don't know, coder forgot to code it up. All right,
So I guess go on ahead.
okay, guess nothing.
What
Did
a
you catch up with
horrible night.
Westworld?
No, I should.
This makes me sad in that there are now really awesome YouTube channels for recaps.
Yeah.
And even that, I tried to watch a recap of Westworld, and I still don't know what happened. So
That's
like
right,
I know
Mitty.
what
When
happened.
a problem comes along, you must whip it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That is
Did you and I both really get this far in the game without saying that once?
neither of us.
Wow. I mean, I don't know. I think we're gonna get kicked off of Twitch for that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I apologize to my fans, my
Oops.
sponsors, my teammates.
And most of all, me.
Most of all to God, because I've allowed an abomination of God to exist and curse this land.
Oops. Oops.
Because that's yeah, to your point. I mean, that's Jeff and I talked about that on episode of the Nerd Show. You know, the Legend of Zelda one,
Mm-hmm.
and we brought up that
Oh,
how
no,
interesting.
no.
Yes, we went. Oh no, no.
Oh, no, I lost all my money. Oh.
Did you invest in Oak Futures again? what do I keep telling you? You're like
Oh.
some guy in a castle told me laurels make soup taste good, so I spent all my money on laurels.
Oh
Um,
my god.
we were talking about Zelda too, and how like Nintendo of America had specific, like the US branch of the Nintendo Corporation had like specific rules about standards and stuff for, religious iconography,
Mm.
and how almost bizarre that was, especially for like a game like Castlevania where they're like, "Hey, no religious iconography," and you're like, "Oh yeah, so this game about Dracula who, is basically an immortal being fighting against God, that you have to kill with like a cross." They're like, "Okay, well you can use the cross and maybe a little stuff. I don't know." You're like, "Yep,
Yeah. Like, yeah, some of the censorship between regions is really interesting in video games. Like,
that's that's kind
like,
of funny." So I'm in a swamp here where these like stuff can show up, but what's hilarious is like a cat. There's like these evil cats, kind of like the first game that try and attack you.
mhm.
And this cat tried to attack me, and it just apparently, like, the code is it like tries to jump in the swamp and just dies.
It's always funny when video game enemies just like jump off edges for no reason.
Let me show you the way. Okay. Riding on a ferry with the guy showing me the way. That's the theme song to this. Oh, did you see that? The guy just bounces. The ferryman, like,
What?
he just like bounces backwards.
That's
Like, just like,
that's pretty
okay.
funny.
He's like, let me show you the way you get there. You're like, okay, you're gonna stop. He's like, nope, I'm out.
See ya.
Like, all right, ferryman, you're a wild man.
The morning sun has vanquished the horrible night.
Was it that horrible of a night? I mean, there was some zombies. We had some laughs. There's some bats. There's some eyeballs.
I don't know. To be honest, I was in this cave the whole time. I can't even tell if it's actually daytime now. Like it's all the same to me. Oh my god, I do
Okay.
this every time.
Okay. So yeah, I don't know actually if I needed to equip the heart. Um,
Man, these eyeballs, they're pretty disgusting.
oh, interesting. So if I equip the heart, this guy takes me to. Um, if I equip the heart, he takes me to Castle 3. Otherwise, he takes me to a village. Let me
Oh,
see if there's
interesting.
anything in the village. That's actually a really cool dynamic. I'm going to give this game some credit.
Yeah, so far this game is pretty awesome.
It's even funny when I'm like, I gotta go get a rib to get a crystal to get in the castle. And you're like, why are you saying that like it's boring? Like, that's awesome.
It is
I'm
awesome.
like, I know, I just gotta get the crystal thing, the stuff.
It's gonna take me my whole life to save up 150 hearts.
It's not that hard, but it's not amazingly easy. I don't know. I don't know the answer here. Let's
Oh,
see.
things can knock you off stairs.
Yes, it's called gravity.
Well, in real life, we also have gravity and stairs, and I've never like fallen through stairs just because some flying eyeball came and hit me.
Wow, the enemies in this castle are strong, man. So I've got like a super powerful whip, and they don't care. Oh, by the way, do you know who's in this castle that I'm going through? Death.
Zelda? Oh,
Also, I mean, maybe.
and the spider's gonna kill me. Spider killed me.
Okay. Yeah, I
Spider's
mean,
just
that's
over
what.
here like throwing whips at me, or throwing webs at
Yeah.
me.
Those spiders suck, like, of all the bosses so far. Because if you equip the rib, a lot of the things that shoot fireballs you can avoid. But those suckers just seem to kill you.
Wait, what? Really?
What? If you equip the rib,
All right, I equipped the rib.
so
Oh,
now like
I've got a shield.
yeah. Do you remember
What?
that crazy villager who was like a
It
rib
doesn't
can
do
shield you
anything
from evil? Well, no, if an enemy has a projectile and you are holding the rib, it will deflect the projectile.
except spider webs.
Yeah, but not spider webs, because spider webs are not a project.
What?
I don't know. But
Also, when that
mine,
guy said rib, he like really meant like this full size shield.
well, have you ever seen Dracula? Dracula didn't have like a tiny, like he was huge. Remember Dracula in Castlevania 1? Oh no, you don't. You didn't beat it. But if you get to
Wow.
the end of Castlevania, yeah, sorry, that was mean. I don't know. That was uncalled for. I don't know what I'm doing here. Just over here, just being mean, saying mean stuff.
Oh my
Um,
God, no, no.
but yeah, like Dracula at the end was like a super giant crazy being. I really should have gone to the village and bought like some laurels or something, but I didn't. And now I've just got way too many. Okay, I got 1 life left. I'm okay. I'm okay. I have 0 lives left. I'm not okay. I just lost. I lost everything.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a bummer. Really should have gone to the village first, I think. 'Cause now I have to go back and farm to earn some more stake money. That's a bummer. But you know what they say. Can't make steak without killing a few skeletons.
Hmm.
Think that's the saying? Maybe I'm wrong.
Wait, can I run out of these daggers?
Are you talking normal dagger or silver dagger?
Normal dagger.
No.
I didn't even realize I could throw daggers. And here I am, accidentally throwing daggers, as you do.
You know what they say about daggers?
What do they say? Oh
Uh,
my God, these
I wasn't.
eyeballs.
I was not anticipating you to ask me that. They say.
I've lost everything again. This
I
is
know
not
it's the
going good.
worst. Why do we keep investing in oak stakes?
Oh man.
Oh, I inadvertently equipped Dracula's heart instead of his rib. You remember? Have you seen Spider-Man, the Willem Dafoe one, the first one?
Yeah.
Where he's like, his heart, go for his heart. It's like same with Dracula, I guess.
Yeah, I imagine that's true for many enemies.
I am looking forward very much to Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
I'm pretty far behind on my Spider-Man movies.
Have you seen Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse?
No,
Have you seen Spider-Man No Way Home?
no.
Those are the only two you need to see, but like go watch them. Like now, I'll wait.
All right, hang on,
I
guys.
I
If you hear
gotta
a
kill
movie in the
some.
background,
You know what's annoying? Like I discovered this when I was like doing when the Nuggets were in the conference finals. I would do unboxing or unpacking of cards on my channel. In part just because it was like stressful to watch. Like I didn't want to like see the Nuggets lose. They didn't lose though. They won.
that's
They're
right, they
going to
did.
the finals. They did it in 4, man. They didn't care about any Lakers. They're like, whatever. They're like, I don't see no lakes because it's not in Minneapolis. They also
Hmm.
played the Timberwolves who are in Minneapolis, which is where the Lakers were from. So history lesson.
That's true.
But OBS will like block streaming, like TNT if it detects somehow TNT is able to detect that you have a streaming service up like OBS and
Mm-hmm.
won't like will not run.
Interesting.
Yeah, I know, right? It's very annoying.
No, that works.
It's whatever.
Starting to feel like I don't need this whip.
Or do you need this whip?
I think I don't. I think I'm just going to continue on because we'll probably play for what, another 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, it sounds good.
torch.
I hadn't lost all of my hearts. Oh, I killed Death and got a gold dagger. That actually really is cool.
That sounds really cool.
I have a dagger, a silver dagger, a gold dagger that I got by defeating Death. I don't know. This game is pretty rad.
This game is pretty
This is
rad.
so much better than like Castlevania 1. That's funny. I mean, for those of you that missed last week's show, yeah, on it, like Landon was like, "So, Castlevania, is it a good game?" I was like, "Nope." Like,
So
it's not
it's kind of not, but it's got
not.
all the pieces of a good game. It just has enough frustrating parts in it that, like, I don't know, like
I don't
it's
know if
not.
I would say it's
I
that
don't even hate the game. It's just too frustrating.
too fast, too frustrating,
Too
too
fast, too
curious.
frustrating. Too slow, too frustrating.
So so for real though, you haven't seen Into the Spider-Verse.
I would not lie about that. No, I haven't seen it.
I mean, you might.
It's true, I might,
Yeah.
but I'm not.
Okay. For real though, you just said you might lie about it though.
I take that back. I wouldn't lie about that.
Okay. Are you lying about lying about it?
Probably wouldn't lie about that.
Okay. No, it's really good. You should check it out.
Will do. Yeah, I've only seen the first one, Homecoming.
No, this is the animated one, dude.
They said Far From Home was a requirement.
Yeah, but that's the non-animated one. Or No Way Home. Did you see the one with Doctor Strange erasing everybody's memory?
No.
Okay, that's the one you need to see.
That animated?
No.
Well, then what's the big deal if I saw Homecoming and that's not animated?
Because Homecoming's like fine, but it's not amazing. Like
It's
there
not
is
the amazing.
for continue.
I'll just leave it at that, and
Do you
everyone
want to
gets
say spectacular? Do you want to say
that's
spectacular too?
it's spectacular.
Do you want to
A
say friendly and neighborhood as well?
little bit.
You can go for it.
I'm not gonna though. Everyone
Well,
just has to wish I did.
everybody in Twitch is like, "Oh, we were gonna give you 30 pieces of flair or something, but now we're not." And not
30
gonna go to the
pieces of
top of the
flair.
Twitch. Yeah, can't you do that in Twitch? Like you can like gift
Then it,
stuff or whatever.
then it shows up on your TPS reports.
Yeah.
Oh man, this guy is killing me. I thought I was doing pretty
Soft.
good.
It's just like Dracula, where he's killing you softly with his song.
Telling the whole world.
How do the lyrics that go?
I don't know. I don't know. That's all I
And
got.
we clearly haven't seen Hugh Grant's About a Boy enough. It's like at the end of that, doesn't he like go into the talent show and sing that?
I'm taking this heart. I don't know. Can I
Oh,
just
did you get the
like
heart? Did you get the heart?
I got a heart.
Well, what heart?
The money
Oh,
heart.
I thought you had Dracula's heart.
No, I'm
I
totally
th-
lost now. I don't know.
okay, press start really quick. What all do you got? What's your inventory?
Same thing I've had for an hour.
No, you got more, right? Didn't you?
Oh, I got this dagger.
Did you get the chain whip?
No.
All right. I would like basic. I don't know.
You know, it's like you just work so hard, and every time you think you're gonna get close, you have all these medical bills, and then you can't afford that chain whip you've had your eye on.
This is getting too real, man.
I'm not even gonna be
Okay,
able to
do
get
I
out of
need?
here. What a horrible night to have a curse, I tell you.
Yeah, yeah. I would definitely do a little bit of game backing before next week. But you got like I think this week was a good fundamental and good just like it's. I know this is something you enjoy more than me, So it's good that we did it on the stream where it's just like, okay, I'm going to play this game kind of half blind for like you, not me. Are
Hmm.
going to play this game half blind, like for the first time and get introduced to some dynamics and be like, what's this? What's this? I can't believe my eyes. I must be dreaming. Jacob Jack, what is this? I mean,
Wow.
actually, I think one of these skeletons may very well be Jack's skeleton. Like, we don't know.
It's true, we don't.
They look a lot alike. They like move around, they dance, sing,
Yeah.
throw their femurs at you.
Endless femurs.
Yeah, remember that was that was one of the songs. Endless femurs for Christmas and you.
Flying through the air.
Yep.
This game does look pretty good. Like it looks a lot better than the first one.
The graphics look pretty similar. So, what do you think's the distinction? Like, because they use a lot of clearly they're using the same engine. I think they did improve the animation, and ironically, I think they slowed the game down, which makes it play better, which is kind of a weird thing to say.
Yeah, you might be right. Here, let me show you specifically what I'm thinking of. The thing that looked so bad, it's the only thing I can think of. If I didn't just crash,
Into me.
I didn't. All right.
Oh, I met I mega. I die.
So
I
we all
mega man.
remember Castlevania 1, awesome title screen, probably better title screen than 2. I will give Castlevania 1 that. And then you start, has this awesome intro. This is also really cool. But then you get into this forest, and what am I even looking at? Like, this tree is just a mess of pixels and like green, I guess. I can't even tell. Yeah, 2 is definitely slower now that I'm playing this one again.
Yeah, but like I said, that is a very weird dynamic that two ironically, I think by slowing it down, they made the gameplay better, which is kind of a bizarre thing, right? Like you'd assume you'd be like, oh, it's slower, so it's clunkier, and somehow by being slower, like your movements feel more defined. Oh my God, it's a mummy.
Well, and it doesn't have like this instant like turbo velocity when you fall, right? Like this one does. You kind of float around a little more because the second one has like all this vertical movement up and down, where this one has it's got like the stairs, but the screen doesn't go up and down. You just kind of go from one place to the next.
Oh,
Anyway, I'm not
flying
actually going
Medusa
through this.
heads.
And now I'm back. Nobody knows I was even in the other game.
You
Kind of
just gave me a
weird.
dime.
Kind of weird city planning here because it's also
Why?
pretty vertical.
You
Like, do
playing
you?
Castlevania 1 still?
No, 2.
Back to 2.
Just in this city. So like, I don't know. You have like the street, and then you take these stairs. Like, why is there a door here? Like, are there any cities like this in real life? Like, what's going on here?
Like Venice. Remember we went to Venice, didn't we?
Yeah, I
That was
don't remember
cool.
going upstairs 20
Well,
feet to a
we
single
didn't.
door, and then
We
going
didn't
on a
try.
platform to 20 more feet to another building. Actually, it's the same building. It's just tall, and you going up.
Oh,
Maybe I can't
dude,
kill
look
this
what I
guy.
got. Does it cost me?
What do you get?
Oh, that's a bummer. That's so cool.
What is that?
It's a diamond.
Oh, of course.
The guy just gave me a diamond, and it ricochets.
It's quite the thing to just be given away. I'm a little suspicious.
Yeah. Well,
I think it's
did
probably
you ask?
stolen.
Did you think about asking? You just jelly. You didn't ask for the diamond.
I don't even want one.
Well, yeah, you do. Your jealousy is so transparent.
No, it's not.
Let me ask you a question. Did you watch Succession at all?
No.
Yeah, I mean, either. A bunch of people were like, Succession. And I was like, it's too late for me now. I'll be like you with Spider-Man. You really should check out Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse and No Way Home, though, because they're
Should I
both
watch
really good.
that before Fast and Furious 8?
Yes, unequivocally yes.
Wait, this guy's got a thorn whip? Why am I not buying that?
Because it's not good. It's 100. It's 100 to
Yeah.
buy the Thorn Whip, and it's not as good as the Chain Whip, which is 50 more. Which, in theory, if you've been playing as long as you have, you should easily have that many arms. Like,
Like, I
it
keep
should be trivial to have the number of parts required to buy a Chain Whip at this point.
the town
I
of
don't know.
Barrows. What even town am I in? Like they keep talking all these town names, but I don't see the name of the town posted anywhere. I'm just in a town.
This is interesting. There's some weird like physics dynamic of these things I'm on, which is I think if you jump off the top, that's horrible. That's annoying. If you jump when they're ascending, you get vaulted. If you jump when they're descending, it takes you longer.
Really, that's kind of
That's
interesting.
funny. Yep. See,
See, like this forest looks way better than the forest in the first game.
does it look better than the Forest Moon of Endor though?
Well, you know it
Why?
doesn't.
Oh, I had to ask. And like, actually, like I'll give you that. Like if you look at like the lake I'm on, like just the back, because that's the thing. Is like the first Castlevania because it's all indoors in castles, and
Hmm.
they have that in this one too. It just doesn't look very pretty.
Yeah, and like I'm probably being overly harsh on the first one for its graphics because it has some parts that do look pretty good, but the parts that look bad just kind of remind me of just like how bad Nintendo games can look because some of them were just pretty hard to look at. Also, who put all these like stone blocks out here in the forest?
Dracula to keep
Well, that
you
that,
away
that was
from
nice.
him.
That was nice of him. Make this
Well,
walkway through the forest.
how's that nice?
What do you mean? How's that? What? Like these stone pathways, so I'm not like hurting my feet on like these jagged rocks below.
Probably the villagers that built everything else. I don't know. So let's see what's in this town I'm about to go to. I've beaten 3 castles. I don't remember. I think my Switch will just save it, right? That's kind of the cool part about this sucker. I think if
I'm
I
not
just like
sure.
typically on Switch, like if I just turn it off, I'm good. So I just beat Castle 3. I'm at Castle 3 in 5 days. Probably not fast enough to get the good ending, but don't need to be.
Right.
And I
Yeah, I'm
don't
probably not gonna. I'll start over next time when I have some idea what I'm doing. But
so let me see. Town of Ondol. Okay. All right. Yeah, I can get to Castle.
race call.
Yeah. There's all sorts of weirdness. Yeah, I'm gonna call it good, but there's fun stuff. Like I think I wasted time here. I don't think I needed to go grab the diamond, which like I think cost me a day basically. Which means I might not get the best ending. But yeah, now if I go back, yeah, I'm in a good spot to like finish the rest of the game. I've gotten through 3 castles and I've got 3 more. There are 2 more castles to get Dracula's body parts, 1 more to get him. So yeah, I think in 1 more day I'll beat it. And like I said, I think if you do like now that you've got the dynamics and know what's going on down, just a little more practice is more than sufficient to beat it next time.
Yeah, I think so. I'll pay attention to that. I'll probably play it this weekend a little bit and get a little
It's
more
fun.
used
I
to it.
mean, same boat. I'm assuming same boat is like, and I think noticing you versus me, I'll even just notice this is like I only got now I am admittedly using like Nest maps to at least not get lost. to know
Hmm.
where I'm going. But like one nice part about this game, and I think this happened when I played it when I was younger, because I did beat this when I was in third grade,
Nice.
it's such a cool cover, is that I beat this game when I was in third grade. Like, I think knowing the map is enough. So it is a Nintendo Power game, but as long as you know, like, okay, if you're here, you go left. If you're here, you need the crystal. If you're here, you got to break this wall.
Hmm.
It's more than enough, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it seems that way. Seems learnable, a little less random than some other games. So far, I'm liking it quite a bit. I'm impressed. Like seems like it's really well put together. It's fun to play. Um, it's got some cool ideas, lots of cool items. Um, but no, it's pretty good. And I'm trying to think. We can talk more about this since we just keep talking about what is a Metroidvania, which isn't necessarily the most important question, but it is kind of interesting. And if I owned, if back in the day, if I owned Metroid and this game, I'm not sure I'd necessarily make the connection between the two and think they're the same genre.
I think if I think I played the first Metroid in this game, I think they were very similar. It's my 2 cents. I could be wrong, but
Yeah.
never know. I don't know.
Did you
Maybe.
ever play Iron Sword?
I think you're making up games, but proceed. What do we got?
Um,
And do you mind if I stop sharing? I'm going to break one pack of cards. Like, you can stick around for this or not. I'm going to do it on my stream because you taught me the joys of what you call
what?
of scenes on.
Oh, I taught you them by simply mentioning them.
Yes,
You're a quick study.
I'll be
Um,
right back. But I'm still here, but I just turn off the video for a second and walk around.
uh,
But yeah, so I'm going to break one pack of cards.
okay.
I got to the NBA Hoops expansion just because I am an addict and that's fun. I said you are welcome to stick around for that or not. That will be happening. Twitch.tv/nerd numbers. Although actually I have to like set up so hopefully the noise in the background isn't too horrible. But yeah. But we were just talking like the differences between Metroid games, right? Like Metroid versus Castlevania, if we would connect them. I think I
Yeah,
would connect Metroid and Castlevania. Like
Castlevania 2.
Castle,
Um,
not Castlevania one. Like if you told me Metroid and Castlevania,
right. Well, so what if you had, well, I don't know, because other platformers, like, because like I said, Iron Sword, I haven't played that one in a long time, but that one had some stuff that also kind of reminds me of this. I don't think it has the kind of open world-ish kind of thing this thing has going on, but like I said, I don't really remember.
hmm,
Um, Fascinating, I know, but yeah, I was just kind of curious if you knew about it. Um,
I'm gonna have to look that up now.
yeah, I think I actually have a physical copy of that one too, because I thought it was a really cool game when playing it at like a friend's house when I was a kid.
Probably was.
I never understood it. I never figured out how to get anywhere. But
Well, why not? Did you
I would
try?
not very hard, I guess.
Yeah, probably. That was a lot of like old Nintendo. Like I remember like the Simpsons game was actually very annoying in that regard. Like I
Which
remember
one?
renting there was like a Simpsons game where like aliens had invaded,
Oh,
and that
the
one was just like impossible.
where you have to
And I like
paint things
rent
purple.
yeah, a good memory. But yeah, like I rented that and was like super duper excited about it. And it just was like, oh, this is a horrible experience and a horrible game. I want my money back.
Yeah, I rented that one also, and it was similar. Like that was a tough game.
Did you beat it? Like
No,
I would be shocked. Like beating
no, I never
anybody
got
that
very
can beat
far.
like even now like that one like thus far we have yet to grab a game that we are both interested in and have played that like you and I can't get through. I
Hmm.
question if I could get through that game based on some of the walkthroughs and stuff I've seen.
Yeah, there are definitely some Nintendo games I think we would just struggle with too much to like put in that amount of effort.
Well, let me ask you a hard one. We're talking Konami.
Hmm.
Do you think you could beat Contra without like a cheat code or anything?
Without a cheat code,
Yeah.
probably
Like, do you
not.
think? Yeah. Like, if I gave you like,
I've only gone through it with the 30 lives code.
yeah, if I gave you
That's
like $1,000 in like a few weeks, even that might not be enough. You'd be like, this is not worth the annual, like the per hour rate of it. But yeah, that's like my question is like, if I was like trained to beat this game, how hard do you think you would have to train to be able to beat it? Is kind of the
hmm
question. And I think it's a very hard game, right?
Contra is really tough. If I watched enough playthroughs, I might be able to. Because one thing about these games is like a lot of the time they're not like random, right? Like so you can kind of go through the motions, which doesn't make it easy, right? Because a lot of times they're like these pixel perfect motions, which I can't do in any game. But
Yeah, that always does. I mean, especially like, one of the games we have beaten on stream, I'm happy to say I've beaten on stream is Mike Tyson's Punch Out. And it is wild when you
hmm
listen to people that are really good at that game. They're like, oh yeah, this is a frame perfect hit. Like to land this punch, you actually do have to let's see, where did zoom go? Let's see. Can I do this? There you are. Right. I'm just going to, and I'm going to pin my screen so I can show up in my feed, if that makes sense.
and that does kind of bring up some interesting questions about Nintendo games because like Nintendo games are notoriously difficult, right? Like we for
Some of them, yeah.
decades have called them games Nintendo hard. I mean, yeah, not every Nintendo game, but like Nintendo has Nintendo hard games, right? And so people talk about some of the hard games, and some of the games that come up a lot when talking about really difficult games are the Mega Man games. And going back through them like we did, like I agreed my whole life, like that. Yeah, these are hard games. I'd never beaten them as a kid, not a single one. But going through them on this stream, maybe they're not that hard. Like I found them way easier than I did as a kid, and I'm not entirely sure why. And I think so when people talk about like the really hard games, I think they're talking about games that are both really hard but also still worth playing. Because there are some like nearly unplayable Nintendo games, right? Like they're
But yeah,
just
it's like I don't care. Well, I mean, Metro. I mean, I do make the argument that Metroid is like on the cusp of that, and that
I
I think
agree. Yeah.
I would have been in the same boat as you. I think. By the way, twitch.tv/nerd numbers. I am breaking packs. Do you want me to share screen for you to be able to see, or do you care?
If you'd like to, otherwise I can just leave Castlevania up.
Yeah, you can. Oh no, though now I can't see me. Anyway, whatever. So because I'm using Zoom for this by sharing screen, I uh I lost myself. Oh, okay, thank goodness. That's awesome. All right. Um oh this never mind. I'm in a good mood already. Doesn't even matter. I actually had a good night in Castlevania. I'm just having a good night all around. Question for you on like 80s nostalgia. So Jeff on his channel where he's been doing, so it's patreon.com/Jeff May or YouTube /@ Hey There Jeffro. That's Jeffro. His YouTube curator is awesome. I will stress that. He did some Garbage Pail Kids breaking today.
Oh, nice.
Curious if you have any nostalgia for those. I was never a fan even now. Like they're coolish looking, but I still like am not 100% behind the appeal. But
I never had any as a kid, but they were just kind of one of those like mysterious, goofy things that were like almost taboo, right? Because they were like so bizarre and like parents didn't like them and like you knew some kids like on the playground had some and that kind of thing. But
it is wild what was like, you know, dangerous when we were kids versus now.
yeah, so I have kind of like this nostalgia about them, but not from actually having any. Just
Yeah, yeah.
one of those early memories.
But yeah, so Tops they re-released a set in like 2021, like a nostalgia set, and they like the same type, but on like better card stock and stuff. So he did those today. That was pretty cool.
Nice.
And I am happy because I opened a full box of these Series 1, the one I'm opening now. And on that, I did not get a complete set. So there are 300 cards in the base set, and I only got 229 of those. But then I got an expansion set, which has some cards from the expansion set, but they also have originals. So I'm noticing I'm getting some cards I wanted from the original, including Moses Malone, who infamously said "faux, faux, faux" when asked if they were going to win and how many games it would take them to win an NBA championship when he was on the Philadelphia 76ers. Bonus points if you can guess the year.
76.
Not bad. That was actually the last year of the ABA where the Denver Nuggets lost to the New York Nets with Dr. J, who was incidentally on the team in 1983 when Moses Malone said that.
Hmm.
Ooh, John Long this season was terrible, but for whatever reason was traded. And yeah, Paul, like I'll say this to like your feed. Like I'm definitely doing the my feed now, if that makes any sense. So I will leave to your discretion if you want it. You're like people are like, are they just talking cards with only
Um,
Castlevania things up?
no, I did throw yours up there so people can at least see the cards, cause
Oh, cool. All
and
right.
then I've just got the Castlevania scrolling just for something to look at on the other side of the screen. But yeah, I'm just
That's a good. Actually,
just hanging out right now.
I kind of like those. This is a bummer. This guy was like waived by two teams. John Long, horrible player, but he lasts for a while. That's I'm impressed about that. It's not an expansion card either. Trent Tucker. Oh, I got an Isaiah Thomas. Although I had an Isaiah Thomas, I'm fairly certain before. Overrated player for any basketball fans, by the way. Isaiah Thomas was fine, but Bill Lambier and Dennis Rodman were the real reason the Detroit Pistons were really good. And this is even a case in point this season, 1990, where he wins an NBA Finals. He wins an NBA Finals MVP. He is actually below average.
Hmm.
This is cool. This is what I was talking about. If you look there, so they released an initial run with 300 cards, and they released a secondary run that had 52 cards added to it. This is Hoops 1989, 1990, and this is Otis Smith. And so you can see this little logo there.
Hmm.
That's telling you he's from the expansion set. So he is card number 303. He was a pretty good
Nice.
player. I'll give it to him. This guy has come up before with me and Brian. I just love his name, but he's Frank Brickowski. It's
That's
like
a
the
pretty
perfect
awesome
name.
name. Yeah.
That is like if you're going to play in the NBA. And
Or
have you
or
seen
if
like
you're
a
if you're
more
gonna be
eight?
like a detective in the 80s or something like that. Like
You know who he should play for? Then he should play for the Mavericks. So he could be like, "You're a loose cannon, Frank
yeah,
Brickowski."
exactly.
He's like, "You're always telling me where to shoot my shot. I don't need your rules." Ironically enough, the one thing Frank Brickowski did really well was shoot. So
Nice.
I don't think I've gotten this John Stockton one before. He's really good this year. This is the All Star. I don't know if you've seen this on like old cards. This is an All Star card. So there's cards where it's like him on the not the Pistons, on the Utah Jazz, and then there's ones where he's in the All Star game, and that's card number 297. I don't think I've got that, and
Nice.
I cannot shout out tcdb.com enough. Yep, this is a new card. This is awesome. This pack got me a bunch of cards I didn't get on the first run through, so I'm very excited about that. This guy, you got to admit, that's a pretty good NBA name too,
Dave Hoppin.
and he is
That
terrible. Like he is not hopping.
bummer.
He is not. 6'11", he's kind of creepy looking. Like I don't know. Whoever
Yeah.
got him to smile for that photo, I'm like, I don't know about that. This guy doesn't even ring a bell to me, but apparently he was the coach of the Bucks. Did you catch up on any of that? I
If they
like
say so.
a bunch of the coaches. He lasted a while, actually. Lasted till 1999.
Did I catch up on the coaches? Is that what you just asked
Yeah.
me?
Did you catch up on the coaches in the NBA? The number of them. Like, this is relevant. Maybe Zortanks if they're still around. Apologies if you're still around. Um, but the coaches in the NBA, a bunch of them got fired, including like former coach of the years, like Monty Williams and Coach Budenholzer for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Hmm.
Oh, this is a bummer. This guy got to coach the Lakers right up until the time they were gonna win. Oh no, they didn't. He was an assistant coach the next year. Like the year after he left the Lakers is when they got Phil Jackson. Bummer. Just missed out on a title. And did make a finals in 1983 or in 1982, I want to say, with Houston. So that's kind of funny. Oh, that's cool. We've agreed on this before. Patrick Ewing. Like that's another. He looks cool in cards.
Hmm.
It's an all-star card, but I'll take it.
What do you mean, but you'll take it? Would you prefer a non-all-star card?
Yeah, I'd prefer the normal. Well, actually, let's. That's an interesting question you have just brought up. So this is card number 159, which I do not have. Patrick Ewing All-Star card. I'm just going to take a quick look at it to see the price. Let's see if I can find the original. So Patrick Ewing. Okay, so Patrick Ewing, the original card,
Hmm.
which is this one right here, which is a pretty cool looking card. That's worth 18 cents. This
Nice.
card, let me see. So 159. Let's go back. I don't know. Okay, sorry. I want to see. We'll see which one is worth more. This is exciting stuff, I know, to be like, what is worth more, the base Patrick Ewing card or the All Star Patrick Ewing card? So base Patrick Ewing, 18 cents. All Star Patrick Ewing, I'm just going to have to remember not to hit him again, is worth a grand total of, survey says, 18 cents. So they
Hmm.
are interchangeable. Never mind.
Interesting.
All
Speaking
right.
of like collectibles, I guess, and what things are worth, I had never thought about it before, but somehow I ended up on eBay. I was looking, I don't remember what I was looking for, but ended up seeing like some old video game magazines, and some of those are not like that expensive, but they're like $10 to $20 a piece for like these old Game Pros.
Yeah, the so actually I think I've shown you this before. From Nintendo Power number 4, it has this insert of the map of Zelda 2,
That's what
and
it
I'm
was. I was
holding.
looking up this Castlevania
Oh,
Nintendo
actually, you
Power.
can't see it
That's
because
yeah,
you can't see it because I
yeah,
showing you. Yeah, what? Because I shared the screen with you, I stopped showing my screen. That's
right.
or my video. So it is what it is. But on that, yeah, like that's like 30 to 40 bucks to get some of those old ones and wanting them with like the poster in shape.
Yeah, like if you had this Castlevania one that we looked at earlier that has the poster and everything, that's like $300 for that.
In like good
It's
condition.
like
Yeah.
good, yeah, like mint condition. That is perfect. But it's funny because like I didn't realize like I've got a box full of like old Game Pros and PC gamers. I've probably got I don't know like 100 magazines over there.
You should look through them and see if they're worth anything. I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of like having them though. It's like this insanely heavy box that I've been moving for like 25 moves. I just keep carrying it
So,
with me.
so you don't like, I mean, easy thing you can do. Have you bagged that? Have you like bagged and boarded them?
No, they're just in a box, deteriorating.
So you could like bag and board them, see if they're worth anything, display them somewhere, or you could leave them in a box.
Yeah,
All right.
I
Just
sometimes I like look through them a little bit. Like my plan is when I retire, I'll have like some cool things to look back on. When I'm like 90 years old, be like, oh yeah,
that's a solid plan.
Mortal
This was you
Kombat 2.
by the way, you were good luck. This was a really good pack with a bunch of cards I was missing. So this is Mark Eaton, former. I wonder if he won Defensive Player of the Year. Unfortunately, he's dead now. Only player to record over 400 blocks in the NBA, by the way,
Hmm.
which is just wild. I'm trying to see if this was a year he was Defensive Player of the Year. Actually, I think this or last year's is. There's a Mark Eaton All Star card in this set, and it's his only All Star card. He only made the All Star game one time in his career, which is a travesty. Travesty. Okay, last year he was the defensive player of the year. Last year he was all star. Yeah, he never he never wins any awards or anything again, which is a bummer. He's such a good player.
Hmm.
And finally, the infamous Ralph Sampson. Uh, he's in the Hall of Fame. He won Rookie of the Year. He was a number one first round pick or number one pick in the NBA that was drafted by the Rockets and made the finals with them. And I guess he makes it to the Warriors, which is wild. I don't remember that happening, but he is. Oh wait, he's on Sacramento. He's on Sacramento, so he got traded by the Warriors. I'm gonna look that up really quick. But yeah, you're good luck. You got a bunch. I got a bunch of cards
Nice,
I was missing, and some good cards, like some good players,
nice.
because I really wanted Mark Eaton.
Ha-
He's really
happy,
good.
happy to help.
Ralph Sampson started strong, 4 straight All-Star years, and then was just like injured, never good after that. And I'm curious what happened with him in the Warriors. Jim Peterson. I don't even know who that is. Jim Peterson. Ouch. So Ralph Sampson was traded for a horrible player, and they still lost the trade by gating him. That's sad.
Very sad.
The end. That's a sad end to a number first. Well, that was a fun night. I'm looking forward to more Castlevania next week. Hoping I'll get some excuse to pack bricks some more tomorrow because at least the expansion set of my 1989 90 hoops is looking good. Any other comments you want to end on?
Um, Only what I just brought up on screen. Now I remember why I was on eBay because when I first Googled the Castlevania 2 box art, I found two different images. So I went to eBay to look at like boxes for games for sale to like see which was correct. And I have no idea where this left image came from. It's the same picture mostly, just zoomed in, and it doesn't have like Dracula in the background. I'm not sure what that's from, but
Hmm.
I thought that was kind of interesting.
So that is a box though. Was it like a second? Was like a re-release or something?
I guess so because it has a little B in the bottom right corner where the one on the right has Rev A. So I guess it was like a re-release or something. I don't know. But I wasn't able to find the answer before the stream. But anyway, another mystery. More mysteries of Castlevania.
And it's on my stream, miss. So I don't know how much if we get well. It's you're doing a different view, so it's not recursive. But I'm showing your stream on my stream. All right, everybody, 2+ hours. We lost most of you, which is fine. That's what I would have done. And I was like, I'm gonna break some cars because I have an addiction. But it was fun, and
This was
hopefully
fun. Yeah, this was good. Yeah, I look
next
forward
week I
to.
think I'm back at it. The week after I'm gonna be in
Okay.
Colorado, so I will not be back at it.
Okay.
And I'll
Cool.
let you
Yeah.
know if next week looks weird and if like I can't because of travel or whatever. But it should still be good.
Yeah, totally fine. I should be around the next couple of weeks at least. So we will go from there. But yeah, hopefully continue Castlevania 2 for one more stream at least, and go from there.
I'm gonna leave mine untouched and just try and beat the first run through. So that should be doable.
Sounds good.
All right, sir. You have a good night. I'll talk to you later.
Thanks, you too, and thanks for hanging out. See ya.
Yep.